Hey everyone, today's it is about when you get stabbed in front of him. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. The night air was cool, crisp with the promise of rain, as you and Bakugou walked down a quiet street. The city was alive with its usual buzz, but here, in this secluded stretch, the world feels calm. You lean into his side, his arm slung casually around your shoulder, radiating a warmth that makes you feel invincible. You know, you tease him, looking up at him with a small grin. You're actually softer than you let on. He scoffs, his crimson eyes flickering down at you. Don't push your luck, idiot. You laugh softly, knowing the bite in his words is all for show. You've been together long enough to know the way his fingers tighten on your shoulder just lightly when he's being protective. You are now able to see through his bravado. But then, it happens. A shadow emerges from the alleyway ahead, and a man steps into your path. His face is obscured by a hood, and you instantly tense. Katsuki's arm drops from your shoulder as he moves to step in front of you. Keep walking. Katsuki growls, his voice low and dangerous. The man doesn't respond. Instead, his hand flashes in the dim light, and you catch the glint of a blade too late. Katsuki shouts your name as you feel the sharp, searing pain in your abdomen. The world tilts, and your knees buckling as your hand flies to the wound. Katsuki, you gasp, the warmth of blood seeping through your fingers. No. His voice was raw, filled with a terror that you've never heard before. In an instant, he's on the attacker, his palm exploding in a controlled blast that sends the man sprawling. The knife clatters to the ground as the assailant scrambles to flee. But Katsuki doesn't even chase him. His priority was you. He's at your side in a heartbeat, catching you before you can collapse entirely. His hands tremble as they press against your wound, his explosive quirk making his touch feel impossibly hot. Stay with me, damn it. He snaps, his voice breaking. You're not allowed to die on me, you hear me? You try to smile, but it feels weak. I'm fine, it's just a scratch. Don't give me that crap. He growls, though his eyes were frantic, desperate. You're bleeding like hell. I'm getting you to the damn hospital. He moves to pick you up, his arm sliding under you with surprising gentleness, but you wince at the movement. His expression twists, guilt and fury wearing on his face. This is my fault, he mutters, his jaw tight as he starts walking quickly, every step tearing your wound slightly. I should have been faster, and I should have. Katsuki, you interrupt, your voice weak but firm. It's not your fault, stop blaming yourself. Shut up. He bites out, but there is no heat in his words. His grip on you tightens, like he's actually afraid you'll disappear if he lets go. Just focus on staying awake, okay? You're not leaving me, I won't let you. The hospital isn't far, but it feels like an eternity. You focus on the sound of his voice, the way it shakes when he calls out for help the moment he bursts through the emergency room doors. Doctors and nurses swarm you, trying to separate you from him, but he just refuses to let go. I'm staying with them, he shouts, his voice a mix of anger and panic. Don't you dare tell me to leave again. Sir, we need space to work. A nurse insists, but the look Katsuki gives her could probably melt steel. Eventually, they compromise, letting him stay by your side as they work to stabilize you. You drift in and out of consciousness, the pain dulling as they administer something to ease it. But even in your haze, you feel his hand gripping yours tightly, grounding you. Don't you dare leave me, Wyon, he whispers, his voice hoarse. You promised me forever, remember? I'm holding you to that, so you better fight. The hours that follow were a blur. You were taken into surgery, leaving him behind to face the waiting room like a caged animal. The nurses say that he refuses to sit, that he's been glaring at everyone and anyone who even looks like they're about to approach him. When you finally wake, the first thing that you see is his face. He was sitting by your bedside, his head in his hands, his normally spiky hair drooping from running his fingers through it repeatedly. Katsuki, you croak, your voice barely above a whisper. His head snaps up immediately, and the relief on his face is so raw, it nearly breaks your heart. You're awake. He breathes, leaning forward to grab your hand. His grip was firm, as if he's reassuring himself that you're really there. Hey, he managed a weak smile. Told you it was just a scratch. Don't, he says sharply, his voice trembling. Don't joke about that. You scared the hell out of me, Wayan. I'm sorry. You say softly, squeezing his hand weakly. But I'm okay now. Thanks to you. You're damn right. He mutters, his other hand brushing a strand of hair from your face with surprising tenderness. You're not allowed to scare me like that again. Got it? Yeah, I'll try. You tease him, your smile growing a little stronger. His lips press into a thin line, and then he leans down, resting his forehead against yours. I can't lose you, Lion. He whispers, his voice so quiet that it's almost a plea, and maybe it actually was. You're my everything, idiot. Your heart swells, and despite the pain, you left your hand rested against his cheek. I'm not going anywhere, Katsuki. I promise. And so, he doesn't say anything else. He doesn't dare to, and just closes his eyes and presses a soft, lingering kiss to your forehead. For once, his walls were down completely. And you see just how much he actually loves you, how deeply he feels for you. And in that moment, despite everything, you know that you'll be perfectly fine. Because as long as you have him by your side, you can actually face anything that comes your way, no matter what. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And goodbye.